Today I'm going to do a position review from a photograph that someone sent in to me. So let's get started. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to win more ribbons at your next horse show, improve your riding and training, or generally like other horsey related stuff, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming out. So I got this picture from Maya or Mia. I'm not quite sure how she pronounces her name. And I'm going to show you the picture, and I want you to tell me what your first impression is of this riding. What's your first impression when you take a look at this photograph? Mine was, wow, way to go. Looks like you're in a horse show. You're beautifully turned out. You got a lovely jacket, breeches, boots. Your horse is braided in the mane. Tail is braided nicely. Beautiful photograph. It looks like a really professional photograph. He's moving nicely, and it's a really nice photo. Excellent job. So what's your first impression of this? And think of it as if you're in a horse show and the judge sees you for the first time and this is their first look at you, what would you think of this person? Really well put together. It looks like they have a plan. It looks like they've been practicing. They spent some time on turnout, and they look fantastic. Wow. Your eyes are up, looking forward. Excellent with your eyes. And when you keep your eyes up like that, it helps keep your head, which weighs about 10 to 15 pounds, in line with your body and balanced correctly in your riding position. And if you're not looking up, that's 10 pounds that's out of place, and your horse has to carry that. And they notice that. So after you look at your eyes up, you're thinking, oh, wow, look at her heels. Heels are down. They're down nicely. I'd like to see a little bit more weight in your heels, and your heels pushed down just a little bit more, but it's a lovely leg position. And then we look at straight line, ear, shoulder, hip, heel. It looks like you're riding in perfect balance with your horse and moving the horse forward nicely. Now, it's hard to really comment on your riding only because that's just a brief second of your riding. It's just a snapshot of moment of your trot. It could be a sitting trot, or maybe it's a posting trot, the sitting part of your rising trot, if you understand what I mean, and she's sitting on the correct diagonal. At this moment, you're in perfect balance with your horse. It looks really good. So I thought I'd just dig a little bit deeper in your position, and when I look at your leg position, it's a lovely leg position. You have a straight line, ear, shoulder, hip, and heel, but it looks like you're pinching with your knees a little bit, and that's preventing your heels from really coming down and the weight coming right down into your heels. So you'd like to have your weight down into your heels more without pinching with your knees. To do this exercise, a really good exercise to do to help get the weight down into your heels, is a 2-point position or jumping type position. This lets the weight come off your seat, off your knees, and right into your heels so you can balance over top of your horse in a balanced position. Just from looking at this photograph, you look a little bit mechanical. By mechanical, I mean you're sitting up, your eyes are up, your heels are down, your hands are in the correct position, and you're holding yourself in this position and not allowing yourself to feel the horse and feel the horse move you as well. Generally speaking, what a beautiful position. Thank you so much for sending in this photograph. So one of the important things that we look at is the rider staying in balance with the horse, and you've got a lovely straight line, ear, shoulder, hip, heel. And this is the foundation for you to make sure that you are sitting in the correct position, sitting in balance, so that if we took that horse out from underneath you, you would still be able to land on the ground in balance without your horse. So it's important that you're in balance on top of your horse, and important that you're in balance even without your horse. So if we took this horse away from out underneath you, you would be in balance and land on your feet and be in balance with yourself. Really important. To have a great communication with your horse, you should have a straight line elbow hand horse's mouth. And here you can see that there's a lovely straight line elbow hand horse's mouth, giving you a good elastic contact with the horse. I'm being really picky here, but try to keep the stirrup right on the ball of your foot. Looks like it's slipped back a bit. Keep the outer branch of the stirrup iron right next to your baby toe, and the inner branch of the stirrup iron on the ball of your foot. So it's kind of at an angle on your foot. You can see this picture here, I've highlighted that you're pinching slightly with your knee. And it could be that you're doing the a rising trot or a posting trot, but you're still pinching with your knee a little bit, and that's restricting the amount of weight that's coming down into your heels. Relax your knee, let the weight come right down in your heels, and that'll give you a really secure lower leg position, keep you secure on top of that horse. If you're looking for exercises that you can do in your next riding session, take a look at these videos right here. Excellent exercises that you can do when you're going to your next riding session. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your horse. What a lovely, kind horse. He looks like he's moving forward nicely. Just tracking up. Like to see him just going a little bit more forward, so he is fully tracking up. And I've highlighted his legs here so that you can see that he's using himself nicely, and the angle of his legs, his front legs, are the same as the angle on his back legs, and that means that he's using his front legs and his back legs nicely. We would like to have him stepping up a little bit more underneath him, so his hind leg is stepping up underneath the seat, your seat, and your center of weight. I'd like to see him tracking up a little bit more, and that means his hind leg is stepping into the hoof print that his front foot has made. You can see he's just barely tracking up. I'd like to see him moving a little bit more forward, so he's using his hind legs a little bit more. But it certainly gives a lovely picture of the horse moving forward. For me, I like to see his head at least level with his withers. I've highlighted that here. You can see that if I draw a line from his withers straight on the horizontal, that his poll is slightly below his withers. For me, I like to see his head just a little bit higher so that he's not so heavy on his front end. It looks like he's carrying himself nicely, but I personally like to have the horse's head at least at the wither height. My name is Laura, and if you'd like to win more ribbons at your next horse show, improve your riding and training, or generally like other horsey related stuff, then stay tuned, because there's lots of other videos that you can enjoy and get insider information on how to improve your riding position. Now go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Go use this stuff. Thanks now. Bye.